In this video, we are going to write to a text file. Okay, this is very useful for your SAC. Really important to think of a text file as a way of storing data. Visual Basic, our forms here are our actual way of getting access to that data. So I've given my project a title, making sure that's ticked, clicking OK. So I have created a form here, nice and simple, and I'm just going to start off by putting in a label here. This label is not going to be accessed, so I'm not going to worry about a name, but I am going to give it some text. I'll do the same thing with my next two labels. This one I want to say term. This one I want to say subject. A few more items I want on my form. I want a text box for my name. Just been changing the font size to 12 just to make it a little bit easier. I want a combo box for the other two. So essentially I want a user to be able to enter text in here and select something here from a combo box. Really quite handy when you're giving only specific items that you want them to select. And just for the sake of uniformity, making all my boxes, etc. the same. So we're good to go. So this one is going to be called CMB term. Essentially I want a user to be able to select what term they would like to do a certain subject in. I need to go down to items. You see here the word items in the collection. If I click on that word there, I can then add the items I want in the combo box. Subject here, this one is going to be called CMB subject. And items, I'm just going to put in just a few sort of standard subjects that you might like to do. It's programming, coding, I'm also going to put in here a button. Proceed, or make a selection, etc. Okay, so that's it for my form. If I was to run this now, it's not going to do a lot. But you can see I'll be able to write in here. I can select what I would like to do here. And nothing happens. Okay. It does look a little bit different than what it does on my form, so I'm actually just going to move this up a little bit. Just to really sort of space it out. Double click my proceed button to get into the code. Going back to here though, what I want to do once I've already proceeded, I'm going to put in another text box, and this is for a preview file. So I'm putting in my text box. I'm going to call it txt display. Summary. I'm going to make multi-line to be true and visible to be false. So I'm going to drag that across my window there. You'll see what happens with this afterwards. So I'm going to do a few things here. I'm going to dim answer as integer. I'm then going to declare a string called log subject equal to VBCRLF is just like pressing enter. If I want to concatenate my string, join it together and have multiple things in there, I need to use the ampersand symbol. So this string is going to start off with 2 spaces. Then I want the word date, and I'm going to give it date.now. So I've just used an underscore here in this line, so I can actually go down underneath and show you what this string contains without having to go into a big long line of text along here. Using the underscore means I can actually put it into a block so I can see. So we've got the first line that we'll actually see in our text file or our display is the date. Then I'm going to put the name, and I'll use txt name. Looks like I didn't actually name that before. That was silly. Then I'm going to hit the enter key. And I'm going to use term. And I'll use CMB term dot selected item. Then I'll hit the enter key again, and I'll use subject, and I'll just add another line. Okay, so that's my string adding everything that I've got from this form here. Okay, next thing I need to do is actually do some validation checking. So if txt name.text equals nothing, or CMB term selected item equals nothing, or CMB subject selected item equals nothing, then I want to have a message box. If they do, I want to do some things here. I'll make this pretty quick actually. I'm going to make my txt summary dot text equal to log job. log subject. And then I'm going to make my txt summary visible equals true. I am then going to pop up a message box. Answer equals MSG box. Is your information correct? I want my message box style. Yes. No. And just the title is back. If the answer equals MSG box result, then I'm going to make the summary text to be cleared. I'm making the text summary visible to be false. And I'm going to my.computer.file system writable text. I'm giving my file a name. I want to give it the string, and I want the file to be appended. Then I might send in another message box. And then I'm going to close. If it's no, I still want this to happen. But what I would like to do is have my txt name.text equal 00. I want my CMB term nothing, subject, okay. And that's it. So that's going to allow my user to enter a term, and then that'll be saved as a text file. So if I press play, was summer semester software development. I must not have given that. See here, this is my troubleshooting here. I mustn't have allocated that subject. So let's say no. Let's go back, and of course it's here. So you can see exactly what's happening there. Let's run that again. Operation correct. Selection is made. It closes. Let's run it again. Okay, let's also run it with just by pressing the proceed button. Just doing the right thing. Opening up my folder. version 3. If I look here, you'll see I have a subject selection document. And when I open it, you can see that both subject selections have been added there.